Friends, what's going down? Thanks for joining us. I just wanted to do, well, it's probably not going to be a super quick video, but this is a video to actually kind of help ask for your help. Because I'm sure that some of you out there will actually know what's going on more than I do. But we did a video the other day on Danny Masterson that got taken down by YouTube for an explanation that didn't make any sense. And I just wanted to show you the sequence of events. And before we do that, let's pretend that you don't know anything what happened. I sent out a community tab. I never know how many people actually get the fucking thing. And a lot of people have been emailing and leaving comments in other videos saying, do you know that the Danny Masterson video was taken down? Yes, I do. So let's spend a little time going over that. And again, I'll ask for your help as we go along as to how to handle this going forward, because I have a hell of a lot more. I had a video prepared today to do as part 2 of the Danny Masterson and Ashton Kutcher, the cults, Hollywood, Scientology cover up, all this shit. And if I already got booted off for part 1, which we only just started the other day, I need to know if I'm doing something wrong, which YouTube doesn't indicate to me, that you guys might be able to point out so I can actually correct that if I did fuck up. But if not, if I am under attack, which it seems like, then I'd like to know an alternative way to get out the information, because I'm going to risk, if I get another strike, the least that will happen is I'll disappear and be off for the week. I won't be able to post for a week. So maybe you guys can help me out with options going forward. I did put the video on BitChute, and I created a Rumble account. I created it a while ago, but it's finally good to go. I spent a couple hours today setting that up. So no matter what happens, if you don't mind, there's a link in the description box of this video, and I'm going to add it to all the other videos. I got to get my ass over to the alternative platforms, which I've been meaning to do for a while, but it's something that takes some time. And as you know, YouTube has the most traffic, and the people that need to wake up the most or that need the information are generally on YouTube. The alternative platforms, you have more free speech, and the censorship doesn't exist there, where you can talk about subjects that are outside the official narrative, which I personally think is why this video got pinged or pissed some people off. But I could be wrong. And like I said, let's just go over the information. If you've seen the video, if you wouldn't mind, please leave a comment afterwards whenever you have a chance to let me know what you think based on what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you everything YouTube sent me, what showed up on the creator page, etc. And then with that information, if you could either direct me to somebody, not Zero Dark Tony, even though he would know about this shit. Because, I mean, if anybody's going to get taken down for harassment and cyberbullying, which is what I got accused of, it would probably be him before me. So he'd probably have the information on how to handle this or what's going on. Because like I said, I'm not getting any information from YouTube. But if you know of anybody you can direct me to too that might be able to help, that would be cool. I don't care that one video got taken down. I don't even care about the strike. What I care about is going forward, I could rack up a bunch of strikes and there goes down the YouTube channel again, by simply not knowing what I'm doing wrong. So I can't kind of do the videos I really want to do because of this. So anyways, with enough babbling, I'm going to start out with some comments that you guys said that will lead us into this. A werewolf. Always enjoy your videos, Doug. I would love to know why your video was removed. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what we're going to be going over here. And also to set some ground rules, because there was definitely some trolls that suddenly showed up in the Danny Masterson video yesterday. And we already started today with My Vice, who I went ahead and blocked. It's one thing between a debate. I encourage a healthy debate, but I am going to have to start locking things down more. And Goldie, you have permission to block people that are obviously here to detract from the conversation. All it takes is one person. And it doesn't have to be Osa or Danny's or Ashton's team necessarily. It can be someone who believes that Danny's innocent, which there's quite a few people out there, and feel like you got a raw deal, or somebody that doesn't like my personality as well. It could be anybody, but all it takes is one to detract the conversation. So Goldie, if you see that happening, either put them in timeout, or if you think there's no improving them, please just block them permanently, no problem. And just wanted to set the ground rules there because, like I said, things have been heating up since yesterday. Jim, Doug, it's usually a privacy claim, easy to cut out. Yeah, Jim, it's not a privacy claim. I'll go over what it is. And then if you wouldn't mind, after you assess the data, let me know what you think, or if you still think it might be a privacy claim and that's something I can fix. That's me responding to My Vice. Like I said, I'm finally laying down the hammer. I'm an absolute proponent of free speech. I don't have a problem with anything Zero Dark Tony actually says. He's done a video on me. I haven't watched it yet. I mean to get around to it. But he can say and make videos about me. I'm not offended even slightly. So like I said, if he's getting away with it, what the hell did I do that was so bad? So nowadays, anybody like My Vice, it's an obvious troll that's going to jump in here before we even start. Yeah, they're just going to get their asses blocked right away. And like I said, it's healthy debate and challenging, and you can get heated. That's one thing. But coming in here like Colonel Brock did yesterday and says, Doug, you're a dickhead, that doesn't really contribute to the conversation and where we're going with this channel. Yeah, so aware wolf. Yeah, I do actually just block obvious trolls starting today, but I actually haven't done too much of that because I believe in free speech. Lady Veritas, prolonged name calling. Yeah, that's in reference. Hey, lady. Um, yeah, that's just some more troll shit. I got to hurry up and get through this so we can get to the shit. Lorna, I just got a YouTube notice from Court TV saying that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis just sent letters of solidarity and character references. Read Danny. Yeah, man, they're really panicking, and that's what I wanted to get into on part two, because I think I have to say it's speculation because I don't want this fucking video to get taken down, but I'd like to share some information where perhaps there's a reason why a lot of Hollywood, and particularly Ashton, perhaps total speculation as to why he might be a little worried. But again, it's just total speculation, of course. So, and I'm not surprised he's saying that, my friend. Jay Chi, is the Office of Special Affairs OSA? Are they like the Mossad of Scientology? That's a good analogy. And again, just because someone's trolling, it doesn't necessarily mean they're OSA. Alonzo Goldie and Associates, who Jeffrey Augustine called OSA, he's not OSA. You have to know who's who in the X Games. Some are, so we all have our own style, but just because someone, cock blocks you or says something, like I said, it does not automatically mean that they're OSA. I gave up trying to find out who's who. Did this come from something I said, the video being taken down? Was it something I said about Larry King? Did Ashton get pissed off and file a claim? Was it OSA? Was it independent OSA? That's Jeffrey Augustine and Karen De La Carriere, which again, we tried to cover, but I haven't been able to get to that because of all this fucking bullshit. That's the Controlled Opposition Part 1 video. There's so many possibilities that it could be, but who cares? I gave up trying to figure that out. You can't figure it out because these people hide anonymously behind sock puppet accounts and all sorts of things. And it doesn't matter who's doing it. It just matters how to prevent it going forward. And the ultimate solution, which I kind of knew was coming later, hopefully rather than sooner, is just to actually move on platforms where you don't have to deal with any of this bullshit. So let's get right into this. This is what I posted on the community tab. And by the way, what you guys said and the comments you made, we have a very smart crowd around here. There's just a couple of assholes. I really appreciate this feedback, and it helped me connect some dots and encourage me to set up the Rumble account today, etc. But this will allow me to riff off of some of the information. And then, like I said, I'll show you the screenshots and what I got accused for, why the video is taken down. And then we will end off because we have another stream to do later tonight. So, in case you're just joining us and you have no idea what the hell this is about, this explains it. The stream we did yesterday entitled Danny Masterson's Life Sentence, Celeb Letters to the Judge Revealed, Jokes, quote unquote, Resurfaced, which was the most viewed live on the channel. We had like 800 people at one time. And this is like one of the first videos that actually hit the algorithm. So whoever got it, it certainly had a wider audience in which to be, reported. Was removed by YouTube approximately 10 hours after the stream finished. They claim this video violated their community guidelines, and that is bullying and harassment, which I'll show you shortly. I got a warning and the video was taken down. I felt this wasn't even vaguely accurate and filed an appeal, which was promptly rejected 20 minutes later. I'll show you the BS YouTube sent me in an upcoming video, which is this video, within the next day or two, and what can be done about it going forward, which is where you guys hopefully can kick in and already have by some good advice. Anyways, I'll add the BitChute link, or I'll add the new Rumble account here, so you can go to BitChute, totally free, and Rumble, totally free. And please subscribe over there, because I have a feeling going forward that's probably where we're going to need to wind up. And you can watch the Danny Masterson video. And if you haven't seen it, please do. And let me know, honestly, perhaps it was my fault. Let me know what you think. Did I say anything that Aaron Smith Levin hasn't said? Did I attack anybody that Leah Remedy and Mike Rinder? Was I any different than their latest video when they showed Danny Masterson and showed pedophiles on screen and had no problem using those kind of words and calling these people out? Did I do anything different? I'm wondering. So lady says, hey, Doug, somebody's pissing on your parade. You're right over the target. Otherwise, they wouldn't bother. So keep doing what you're doing. You're so effective in what you're doing and are loved by all of us. Thanks, lady. The feeling's mutual. I'm getting a dog and I'm calling him Doug. That's fucking awesome. And by the way, lady, I'm sorry about what happened. One of the things that makes YouTube so insensitive is, I'm not going to get into the details of the other channels and shit because it's a long story. But since day one, I never really pot committed to actually doing YouTube because I'm like, I'm going to go for the truth. I'm probably going to last a year with what I want to say, and that'll be the end of it. But I made it a few years before they got the first channel taken down. So I don't want to say too much and give whoever the hell's monitoring this channel, and for whatever reason, any info that they don't need. but I've been being very careful on this channel to fucking follow the rules. And YouTube is so heartless that, lady in that comment section from the Danny Masterson video came out about some major healing that she went through. I mean, the comments were amazing and she got a ton of support, and all of that support that she got in the comment section as well as the video is just like completely deleted on what I would say is it's unfair. Show me where I offended or why it got taken down. It just sucks to see them just take away all that information that I feel was important, and people literally getting healings in the fucking comment section, and it's just like, sorry, there's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, sorry, I'm a little upset today, guys, but been dealing with a lot lately. Okay, Julia, what's up? So what the fuck, Doug? I saw it live and it wasn't much different than others addressing the topic. Exactly. This feels weird. I enjoyed it. Thanks for your videos, man. We love you. Thank you. Leah, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Lots of censorship going on. Exactly. I mean, it's not like we don't know that YouTube doesn't censor anyway, so it's not a big deal. And I'm not totally oblivious to what's going on, but I also don't want to go to conspiracy theory mode or OSA mode if I actually fucked up. That's why I need your guys' help. I saw the CNN video from yesterday with Leah Remini, and Mike was cut off to like 30 seconds and disclaimers from Scientology showing their false policies that say exactly the opposite of what Leah stated. It made her look kooky. The original interview was wonderful. Yeah, and if you're talking about the original interview being the one that Mike and Leah did, they were quite pushing the boundaries, I would say, on YouTube, and yet that has close to, well, probably has 100,000 views now. So what the hell did I say that was so different? Such BS, Doug. I listened to the entire thing while I was cooking last night. My wife and daughter listened as well. You were spot on with your opinions and critique. I smell Scientology. Possibly, but we can never tell, Eric. Kylie, what you did in the video was perfect, Doug, calling out the obvious nature of the Masterson beast and the people who enabled and laughed at his disgusting vocabulary out of not only his mouth, but those who enabled his behavior. And particularly disgusting was the dialogue with people who interviewed him. I hope those people hang their heads in shame regarding the whole shit show. You obviously poked whatever bear it was, and even you are on the side of fact and truth. You copped to this. I was looking for it this morning to show my daughter and couldn't find it. Again, Kylie, if you want to watch it, there's a link in the description box, and everything that does get taken down will always be on BitChute and now Rumble. Keep going, Doug. Thanks, Kylie. The truth is the truth. Facts are facts. There's no gray area here. You did absolutely nothing wrong, and if you need help with your appeal, you've got my full support. Thank you. I don't want to read all these, but I really appreciate the help, because this at least pointed me in a direction to go in and made me feel like I wasn't, just being gaslit and losing my mind, because I was honestly shocked. I've never actually gotten a community strike before. You should ask Aaron for his advice, opinion on this. No offense, my friend, but I think what we're talking about over here, even though we're talking about the same thing, and maybe even Aaron's a little more aggressive, I don't think that that's what got my channel shut down. I think it's more along the lines of connecting Hollywood and the cover up of Scientology and shit, which might, no offense, be out of Aaron's league. I mean, I'm not talking out of my ass, as you guys know. I was an actor, and I was in one of the elite Scientology families. My parents were super rich. I went up the bridge. This is my fucking life. And you guys know that in the description box, I always put the references and the information that I use so you can check it yourself. I don't claim to be a guru. I don't know everything, and I'm learning shit new every day. But when it comes to this area, I ran with these people. I think that it's possible, again, it's totally alleged, that, perhaps Jordan Masterson or Alana Masterson saw that video yesterday. I talked about my personal experience with these people. Carol Masterson, Danny Masterson's mom, was my manager. I talked openly about that. Are they the ones sending the claim? Again, who the fuck knows, right? But I don't think I would get any advice from Aaron on this particular thing. No offense. Silencing the truth tellers, I'm not surprised, but disappointed in YouTube. Who is this here? Sorry. Ferguson, I'm so grossed out by this. The fact that this seems quite targeted might be an issue, but at the very least, this shows how sloppy and disingenuous YouTube is with applying its childish, reductive standards of contact. Yeah, exactly, Ferguson. They pretend to have rules, but they're very vague, and it's actually just a veneer. I'm sure I don't need to tell anybody that. If there is a petition or individual letter your viewers can write on your behalf, somebody let me know. I've asked this in other situations where creators got poked by YouTube's hypocrite stick and get the impression that there isn't much I can do, but still I have to ask. I can't find anything, but there surely must be some sort of union, even if informal, for YouTube creators, no? I asked because if there is, I'm joining it. That's a really good point. HG Tudor he's a narcissistic psychopath that we interview on the channel, and he got booted off. He actually got his channel shut down, and he is actually privy to all this information. So, even though I don't want to reach out to Zero Dark Tony in this situation, HG's been through this shit. So I'll definitely ask him. But what you can do about it, yeah. First of all, this has happened to many creators. Like I said, if you guys can put me in contact with anybody who knows or how I can actually appeal this, even though it says I have no appeal options, or just so I can know, I don't care about the one video or one strike or whatever. What I care about is I want to go forward, know what I did wrong. If I did anything wrong, correct it, because I have a lot more information that I like to bring forward. And like I said, if this video is going to get taken down, there's no way we're going to get through part 2 on Danny and Ashton, Scientology in Hollywood. So continuing on. So yeah, thanks for that, Ferguson. Appreciate that. That's about it. So, this is a superb video. Let us know how we can support. That's what I'm asking you guys. Like, the support is just writing all these, supportive comments when I'm kind of like scratching my head, feeling a little frustrated today. I really appreciate it. And yeah, absolute BS. Shame they don't take down Zero Dark Tony's videos. I don't think they should. I mean, if he's not violating YouTube's policies and it's been reported massively, I do support his free speech, even though I don't personally watch his videos, and I have him blocked on my phone, man. But it doesn't mean he can't say what he wants, I don't think. And if his videos can stay up because people report him all the time, I don't know what the hell I could have possibly did that was more crossing the line than what he can get away with. Every single channel was reporting on this. Yeah, what the hell? And I watched other people's channels to see if I was saying anything too aggressively or too over the top. All I was doing was reading the info and giving my personal input. And it was, I thought, a lot less tame than some of the other people. She Night Owl. Did you change your moniker, young lady? I remember you being something different. What the fuck? You were simply stating facts and reading from published reports. Yeah, it's total bullshit in my opinion. Anyways, so Doug read more of Ashton's letter. I wonder if he is the one having a problem being held accountable for that horrible letter, tarnishing his image, and will never look at him the same way. Was never a great fan anyways. He just plays himself. Yeah, I think he is a shitty actor. Am I going to get the video taken down for that? Was that a personal opinion and harassment attack on my opinion on Ashton as an actor? Who knows? This is how this strike has my head spinning. Aaron Smith Levin read Ashton's whole letter too with some he does irreverent additions. Nothing wrong with that, right? Interesting. I don't listen to him. Thanks. Anyways, that's it on that. So here's what these maniacs sent me from YouTube. And this came at what time? 2:15 a.m. And notice when I got the answer to the appeal, it was like 20 minutes later. So this is what they sent. And yes, I was up at 2:15 a.m., surprisingly. Hi, Doug Kramer. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our harassment policy. We've removed the following content from YouTube. Danny Masterson's life sentence, celeb letters to the judge revealed, quote-unquote jokes resurface. We know this might be disappointing, try infuriating because it makes no sense, but it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. If content breaks our rules, we remove it. If you think we've made a mistake, indeed I do, you can appeal and we'll take another look. Keep reading for more details. How your content violated the policy. Content that contains targeted harassment or malicious insults such as racial slurs aren't allowed on YouTube. This includes, but is not limited to, stalking, threats, unwanted sexualization, and prolonged name calling or malicious insults that target intrinsic abilities. So if you call David Miscavige an elf, does that qualify? I mean, where is the line drawn? I'll show you what happens when I hit learn more now. That takes me to the appeal that was rejected, but let's keep going on. How do we find violations? We use a combination of automated systems and high-profile and human reviews to detect violations of our community guidelines. How this affects your channel. Because it's the first time, this is just a warning. If it happens again, your channel will get a strike and you won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for 1 week. Now, I have actually thought of the idea of reposting this video just to see what happens. Maybe I'll take the week hit or get the strike. You can get 3 strikes within 90 days. They vanish after 90 days. I'm not too worried about that. But I don't know how else to kind of test the waters. I might not do that. But what I wanted to say is if I don't appear for a week, I've been posting every 3 days, thereabouts. If I vanish for a week and you don't see something, you'll know exactly what happened. Carrying on with this vague, trite statement. What to do next? We want to help you stay safe on YouTube. Thanks. I was feeling so threatened. Make sure you understand YouTube's community guidelines. Now, because I've had channels taken down before, I made sure I memorized these and stuck them into my head so I know exactly what they are, and we'll go over them. Review your content with our policies in mind. If after reviewing your content you think we made a mistake, let us know. You can appeal the decision here, and then you can learn about your resolution options. And again, guys, if you don't mind, anybody that has an opinion or advice, please leave them in the comments, and I'm going to link all of this stuff, whatever I can. I don't know if it'll allow me to put my YouTube stuff up there or not, but if you want to read the policies and all that crap to better understand them, so maybe you can help me out to see if I am violating these things, I'm going to leave everything I can in the description box for easy access to see this shit. Obviously, I can't put up my email, but I'll put up the violations, the policies that they say. So after I appealed, this is what they sent me. And this is exactly what it goes to. If I try to actually find out, the video is not up there anymore. I have no access to it. And according to them, that's the end of the process. No more appeals. And this happened 20 minutes after or less. So they obviously there wasn't a human reviewing it because the video itself is an hour and 19 minutes. Since you can't see that, I'll read it to you real quick. Appeal rejected. We've looked at your content again carefully. No, you didn't. And have confirmed that it does violate community guidelines. It will not be available on YouTube. We know it may be disappointing, but it's important we keep the YouTube community protected. Well, thanks. I'm sure everybody feels super protected by you. So did we finish? Okay, so here's what happened with the appeal video. This came at 2:53, approximately 20 minutes after they took the video down. Hi, Doug Kramer. We have reviewed your appeal for the following. We reviewed your content carefully. Again, how is that possible in 20 minutes? And have confirmed that it violates our harassment policy. And I already read that part. Now, how does this impact your content? We won't be putting your content back up on YouTube. If your appeal was for a warning, you will not be given another warning in the future. If your appeal was a strike, the strike will remain on your channel. You can find more information about warnings and strikes at the YouTube Help Center. And I'll go over with you what they claim that I did, which was harassment and cyberbullying. And I'll read their own policies and let you decide after watching that video if I in fact did that. So here's a screenshot of my of what was shown on my YouTube creator page. So it says community guideline strikes. By the way, I have 0. This is my first strike on this channel, and it was there's community guideline strikes and there's copyright strikes. Warning, your content was removed due to a violation of our community guidelines. Because it's the first time your account isn't affected, you're only warned once, and this warning will remain on your channel. If this happens again, your channel will get a community guideline strike. You won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for 1 week. So again, if you see me missing for a week, I'll be back and I'll probably explain what happened. Content removed. If you think we made a mistake, you can appeal this decision. I showed you what happened with the appeal. And right here it says type and then content. This is the video. Now I got dinged for harassment and cyberbullying. Incredible, man. There's no way I was cyberbullying or harassing anybody. Appeal rejected September 9th, 2023. And here's their community guidelines. And I'll show you what they nailed me for. So the community guidelines, here's an overview. YouTube has always set a standard, has always had a set of community guidelines that outline what type of content isn't allowed on YouTube. These policies apply to all types of content on our platform, including videos, comments, links, and thumbnails. Our community guidelines are a key part of our broader suite of policies and are regularly updated for censorship, in consultation with outside experts and YouTube creators to keep pace with emerging challenges. We enforce these community guidelines, even though they're super vague, using a combination of human reviewers, but often bots, because obviously a human didn't review mine in 20 minutes, and machine learning, and apply them to everybody equally. Regardless of the I feel like I'm reading the video we did yesterday where Danny's like protecting the where Ashton's protecting the abuser, and I could hardly, not vomit based on what I was reading here. We enforce these community standards using a combination of human reviewers and machine learning and apply them to everyone equally, regardless of the subject of the creator's background, political viewpoint, position, or affiliation. Our policies aim to make YouTube a safer, there's an Orwellian word, safer community, while still giving creators the freedom to share a broad range of experiences and perspectives. And then here's what the community guidelines cover. And there they all are: suicide and self-harm, vulgar language. Why wouldn't they get me for that one? Spam, impersonation, fake engagement. This is the one I got nailed for right here. harassment, and cyberbullying. So this is what they have to say on this. And I'm sorry to make you suffer through this childlike video, but this is probably for an audience of younger kids who are on YouTube as well that might violate this. So maybe they have to talk down to people. But here's a brief 2-minute video on what they say harassment and cyberbullying is. And again, my friends, in the comments afterwards, please let me know, honestly, if you think I violated this so I can fix it and not worry going forward with part 2, or if I'm hallucinating and none of this is making sense.
True or false? If you make a video that encourages viewers to post cruel and malicious comments on another video, that could result in a strike on your channel. The answer is true. Content or behavior intended to harass, threaten, or bully others is not allowed on YouTube. Neither is maliciously recording someone without their consent or revealing someone's private personal information. Let's take a look at some examples. Creator A is angry after a heated exchange with Creator B and decides to share Creator B's personal home address and private phone number in a video that encourages viewers to send nasty messages to Creator B. In another video, a creator wants fans to...
Okay, now we know that as doxing. I'm sure you guys understand what that is. And clear, I've never doxed anybody or even come close.
Communicate with them directly via social media, so they share their social media handles and email address on their channel. Do either of these videos violate our community guidelines? Yes. The first video violates our harassment policy. Don't use YouTube to maliciously share personal information about another individual. But how about photo editing someone's face into an embarrassing image? What about uploading videos of prank calls to emergency services? Are those violations too? To learn those answers and more about our harassment policy, go to the YouTube Help Center article linked here, or use the link in the description. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so that's that. And I don't want to keep you here all day because, like I said, we have another stream to do. But let me just read you real quick about the pertinent information so you guys can tell me if that video is harassing and cyberbullying people. We don't allow content that targets someone with prolonged insults or slurs based on their physical traits or protected group status. Like, let me make sure I'm on the right page. Yes, I am. Do you guys want... I guess I'll keep the chat up. I'll just read it to you. But like I said, if you can't see it and you want better clarification, there will be a link in the description box after this video publishes. So we don't allow content that targets someone with prolonged insults or slurs based on their physical traits or group status like age, disability, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or race. We also don't allow other harmful behavior like threats or doxing. Keep in mind that we take a stricter approach on content that targets minors. If you find content that violates this policy, report it. That means apparently anybody can report it. And to my understanding, just because a bunch of people report it, and you can't do mass reporting like I believe that the SPTV community in part tried to do to Zero Dark Tony, that's against their rules. And also just because a lot of people report it, I thought that they take it seriously before they actually take down a video. So who knows? Is it just one person that can report it and alert people and they don't like it? Does it have to be multiple people? Who the fuck knows? They don't really say. But the point is anybody can report, and a couple of people in the comments. That's why I like to put the comments up, by the way, because if the videos go down, you can at least see some of the comments in the section on the screen. You don't have to rely on YouTube's chat replay. It kind of keeps some evidence there. But anyways, so if you find content the point is, like, you know, what the hell? Like, is it who and how many people can report, if anybody knows, to, you know, get something taken down? Instructions for reporting violations of our community guidelines are available here. If you find many videos or comments that you would like to report, you can report the channel. And I've definitely have my channel reported, because before I told you I went from 0 strikes to 3 miracle copyright strikes within a 24-hour period, and my channel was removed. It had almost 55,000 subscribers. For tips about how to stay safe, keep your account secure, and protect your privacy, check out the Creator Safety Center or Stay Safe on YouTube. If specific threats are made against you or you feel unsafe, report it directly to your local law enforcement agency. Fair enough. What this policy means for you. If you're posting content, don't post content on YouTube if it fits any of the descriptions below. So here's the points. Content that contains prolonged insults or slurs based on someone's intrinsic abilities. These abilities include their protected group status, high-profile Hollywood celebrity, sorry, it doesn't say that, physical attributes, or their status as a survivor of sexual assault. Interesting, because we were exposing, the perpetrator of sexual assault yesterday and highlighting the bravery of the sexual assault survivors, and apparently that doesn't fly. Non-consensual intimate imagery distribution, domestic abuse, child abuse, or more. So I'd say no, that video doesn't fall under that heading. Content uploaded with the intent to shame, deceive, or insult a minor. No, I did not do that. This means intending. Okay, so it had nothing to do with minors yesterday. Other types of content that violate this policy. This policy applies to videos, video descriptions, comments, live streams, and any other YouTube product or feature. Keep in mind this isn't a complete list. Note that of course not, because they can always just make up shit. Note that these policies also apply to external links in your content. Now that's interesting, guys, because let's see. This includes clickable URLs, verbally directing users to other sites and videos, etc. Now, somebody had asked earlier if they thought that this violated copyright. No, it didn't, my friend, whoever asked that, because that part could be edited out. I've gotten copyright claims before on the previous channel for not community guidelines, but copyright strikes. And they let you know what section it is. You can, re-edit it and upload it or whatever. This is strictly for harassment and cyberbullying. It's not from the links that I put in, because those are some pretty touchy links. That went into showing Danny Masterson, the predator hiding in plain sight, what he was saying to Kevin Pollak. We went into Mackenzie Phillips and her alleged sexual abuse background and incest from her father. We showed Larry King live trying to divert Mackenzie, and I was commenting on that. So far, so good. It doesn't look like I did anything that was too outrageous. Let me throw this down here, guys, just so you actually have a chance to see it, and I'll throw you back on the screen here shortly. And let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. Okay, that's better. Just so you don't think I'm making it up or whatever. Some fucking troll's going to come in here going, he's reading it wrong. So we got the external links. Was it any of the external links? Because as I said, guys, I referenced everything that's in the video and more, and there were some pretty fucking touchy links for you to contact, as well as all the letters from the celebrities, not just Ashton and the ones that we talked about. I left a link to the 20 or 30 of them that were speaking on behalf of how Danny's character, the convicted rapist and Scientologist in good standing, how good his character actually really was, and the judge should take leniency. Again, now I'm worried. Did I say too much just now? Is this video going to get dinged a few hours afterwards? And by the way, if you're just joining us, the penalty for that will be, I will be gone for a week. So if I disappear and you don't see me, later tonight for the live stream or tomorrow, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but really whoever did this or whatever's going on, they have definitely caused me to have to think twice about the videos that I want to do. So whoever did that is definitely working on this end. Exceptions. Now check this out. I would say that this definitely falls under this exception, even if I did break the previous rules, which we just covered. I don't think I did. If the primary purpose is educational, and there's no doubt about it that that's what this channel's about. In fact, that's what I have the channel listed under, educational, not entertainment, not anything else, educational. If the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic in nature, we may allow content that includes harassment. And this is where Zero Dark Tony might be playing the game pretty well and getting away with this. These exceptions are not a pass to harass someone. Some examples include debates related to high-profile officials or leaders, content featuring debates or discussions of topical issues concerning individuals who have positions of power. That would be the Hollywood people we talked about yesterday. Like high-profile government officials, we talk about them too, or CEOs of major multinational corporations. Really important people, guys. Scripted performances, insults made in the context of an artistic medium, such as scripted satire, stand-up comedy, or music, such as a diss track. Note, this is not an exception. This exception is not a pass to harass someone or claim I was joking. So I believe that's the little out that Tony is using. That's just a guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. Harassment, education, or awareness. Again, I would say that if I did for some reason violate the previous ones, the video we did that got taken down would definitely fall under this. Am I wrong? Content that features actual or simulated harassment for documentary purposes or with willing participants, such as actor, to combat cyberbullying or raise awareness. That's exactly what that video was about yesterday. No, we take a harder line on content that maliciously insults someone based on their protected group status. Fair enough, regardless of whether or not they are a high profile individual. I don't have my channel monetized for this very reason. I want to say what I want, and I don't want to have to work around saying all the Orwellian thought stopping patterns that you have to. You can no longer say rapist. You have to, all the people on YouTube say the R word, or they go right along with the thought terminating cliches that have been slowly inserted into our world. Anyways, it gives you some examples of what that is. What happens if content violates this policy? They remove the content, blah, blah, blah. More threats. So anyways, that's about it on that. I wanted to throw something else out at you guys. Since they're so vague on what that might be, was it the comments? Oh, shit. I don't know why it's not showing. I wanted to show you some of the comments on the thread from, okay, you can see it. You guys are off the chat. This is a frozen screen that I have from the video that's on BitChute. And this is just a sample where, people are commenting on Larry King. Somebody down here says, John talks about, let me see if I can read it off to you. Says down here by Super Vixen, John Phillips gave his 13-year-old daughter, Mackenzie, to Mick Jagger for him to take her virginity at a party. That's factual, by the way. So are we getting dinged per YouTube policies on the chat that was popping off yesterday? In addition to a few trolls, you guys were making very astute comments, in my opinion, about the disgustingness of what we were talking about the other day. Does anybody know if that has anything to do with it? So who the fuck knows, right? I just wanted to do a short video, guys, to share this with you and to ask for your help if you have any information. I was thinking of a couple of options. Reckless Ben, are you guys, let me throw the chat up here, stand by. You guys are familiar with Reckless Ben, right? He did a series on Scientology where I can't believe Scientology didn't kick his ass. But the latest problem he's been having is he did one on McKinley. It's either McKinley or McKinney Manor. It's a total scam that this guy set up about this fake haunted house. And that's just one example of how many community violations he's had to deal with. And what he did was, and I have spent about $10,000 on this channel, just to clarify this real quick. And I've made a total of about $600 from the very first channel all the way up today. And most of that came recently from the coffee money that you guys were trying to, that you help out with, that kind of covers the monthly expenses. So I just wanted a full disclosure that it's not about money, but this might be a reason, let me know what you think, to set up a Patreon account. I don't have one, and I don't want to put any of the shit behind a paywall. And it's the information that I want to get out there. But Reckless Ben, what he did is, because they were taking his videos down all the time, apparently you can do it on Patreon and get away with that, or say what you want. See if YouTube will ding you with anything. And then when it's safe, you can throw it onto YouTube for the main audience. If that's I'm looking into that. Like I said, even without your help, guys, I'll take care of it. But I can go a lot faster if I know what some of my options are. Would that work? I'll make it as cheap as possible. We live stream it on Patreon. We wait to see if YouTube is going to have a problem with it. And even if they do, I don't believe they take it off Patreon, so the members can watch it. And then when it's safe, you can throw it over to YouTube. Zero Dark Tony kind of does a version of that, but he's monetized. I don't want to do that. Where he has a membership where he throws, because he gets trolls and shit all the time too, and he'll throw them into the membership where people can't report him every 5 seconds and then pull them out. I can't do that option, but do these options work? Always the content will be free on Rumble, which won't drive as much traffic. I'll probably put it up on Odyssey, and everything's always on BitChute anyways. The only problem is that YouTube, as we know, has the best platform, and the options are really locked in, and they have the widest audience, which is what I really want. A lot of people are up to speed on looking outside the official narrative on everything on these alternative platforms. So it's kind of like talking to an echo chamber with people that already understand what the fuck's going on in many ways. So I would like to somehow stay on YouTube and just figure out how to do it. Russell Brand, he's over on Rumble now from what I hear mostly, and he'll take 15-minute clips from the live stream and just send people on, and he'll post them on YouTube and say, hey, go over to Rumble so you can watch this shit without the censorship. Maybe that's an option. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to show you what the hell happened. I'm completely surprised. Let me know if I got anything wrong, please. And if you can help me out going forward, because the goal is to reach as many people as possible without having to sell my soul, with being able to speak my truth. And, what are the options? Should I just go over 100% to Rumble? I hear they're also possibly censoring people now. If I'm going to invest my time and waste, 3 days uploading all this content to a particular platform, please let me know which one you guys watch the most, which one you'd be most likely to go to. But it would be really nice actually to not worry about any of this shit, get completely off of YouTube and go where I don't have to, worry if this shit's going to happen again or walking on like nails like I am. Anyways, we're doing a live Q&A soon. What time is it now? So it's like a little after 6. I got to get some food, so I'll push it back an hour to 8 p.m. If you want to join us and pick up this conversation, there's way too many comments to go through, guys. And like I said, I'm going to try, after we do the live tonight, I'm going to go through these comments as quickly as I can, the live chat replay. But I do worry about even this video getting taken down. So that's the problem, by the way, yesterday with why I didn't make last night's live stream, because I've been dealing with this shit. So if I don't appear, it's not because I don't want to. It's literally because this video got dinged again. But I don't think that will happen. So we'll see you at 8 o'clock tonight if you want to continue on this conversation. And again, I really appreciate the help and the support, my friends. And we'll leave you with the usual clip that gives you an inkling into just how mad not just YouTube is, but the fucking world that we live in general. See you soon, my friends.
Physical labor, an intense ideological study used to break the subject's will, or is that the case?